So 10 Things I Hate About You just turned 25, which makes me feel so old. But it's such a great, that was your first big film, right? The first, the big, huge, that's how I kind of was introduced to you.
Yeah, that was my first big part in a movie, in a studio movie. I was so happy to be cast in that movie because I was an auditioning 17-year-old actress, and you know, you're still trying to find yourself at that age, and then you have, like any actor, everyone coming at you, criticizing you, going, oh, you're too serious, you're too intellectual, you need to smile more, do this, do that. And it was really confusing. And then I read the script for 10 Things I Hate About You, and this part, Kat Stratford, was like feisty and outspoken, and she didn't care what people thought. So it really spoke to me. And then, you know, to know that 25 years later it has this whole other life is really wonderful.
Yeah. You know what I loved about it too? It was one of those films that, like, everyone, I mean, I don't even know our ages, like, comparatively speaking, but I just mean everyone my age, whenever we watched it, there were all these films that were very light, but I felt like that film, it was cool because it was funny, but you cried, and you went on this, like, emotional journey with the characters, but it was like, it just had a lot more depth, I felt like, and I felt like it translated to a lot of girls that weren't the typical person you're saying the directors were wanting at the time. You know, that Kat was like somebody that we all related to. Yeah, I think that's why it was huge.
It was written by two badass female writers.
Yeah. Way to go. Yeah. It was just cool for us to get to watch that and go, that's more like me. Like, you know?
Yeah,
I don't think there were a lot then.
Authentic about it.
Yeah.
And it's nice to know.
Like then it was always like someone was saving the girl and I wanted to barf every time. Like as a kid, I was just like, we all don't need saving.
Or
all
she
the
like,
time.
She like takes off her glasses and
and all of
her
a sudden
and
she's That's my favorite when people try and like not be pretty, and I'm like, it's not gonna work. It's like you're just hot. I'm sorry, it's your burden. But wait, was it hard? I know, right? Was it hard to say goodbye though to that being your first? You're 17 years old. You have this epic film right out of the gate, an incredible cast. Like, was that a hard thing to kind of say goodbye? Like at the end of that film?
Yeah, that's why I started crying in the movie.
I know. I heard that was actually why I asked, because that wasn't planned, right? You weren't supposed to get that emotional in that speech, right?
Whenever you were reading the poem that Kat reads, 10 Things I Hate About You, the tears and the getting choked up was totally natural, and what you see on screen is it happened in the moment.